This is Nick Millington, the President of the Permanent Way Institution, talking here. This week I'm going to do a week in the life of the President of the Permanent Way Institution. And today it's a weekend and I've come to Central Rivers in the Midlands, and I've come to see what Alstom do to maintain the Voyager fleet. You can see behind me here they've got a Voyager train in the heavy maintenance facility. Really grateful to Ricky and to Kevin for showing us around today on an organised visit. And it was really good to hear what Alstom do to keep this fleet of trains, really important fleet of trains, reliable and safe for customers. And I was really enlightened by the chat we had about apprentices, on what Alstom are doing to bring apprentices through the industry by this facility, and they're providing tomorrow's rolling stock engineers. It took me right back 32 years to when I started in Swindon as a British Rail traction and rolling stock mechanical and electrical engineering apprentice.
Ricky took us to the wheel lathe and we could see what Alstom are doing to proactively maintain wheel sets ahead of the autumn season. Music to attract engineers' ears. The beauty of remote working is you can just log in anywhere. I've got two graduates, Jack and Christos, who are just about to sit their chartered professional reviews, so I was able to stop at Sheffield Station and help Jack prepare for his review in 4 weeks' time. On Tuesday it was north to Manchester to chair the afternoon session of the PWI Hit the North conference. It was great to learn about all the exciting projects and the collaborative work in the north of England.
I'd like to say a massive thank you to the Manchester and Liverpool section committee for organising today. So from me to the steps, I'm sure you'll all agree, thanks ever so much for what you've done. I really appreciate it. I know it's not easy, so well done to the committee.
It was a privilege to hand out PWI Young Achiever Awards to Rachel Moore for her work on the Sheffield tram train, and also Kevin Mann for his work on the East Kilbride electrification. My favourite presentation of the afternoon was from Mark Silverwood from Northern Trains. It was about how we're working collaboratively using their new fleet of trains to monitor and keep our assets safe. Everywhere I went this week, you couldn't fail to notice it was autumn. It was good to read in the news about some successful research that will help us manage leaf-fall season. At the PWI Hit the North conference, I was able to award the research team the PWI Gold Journal Award for their groundbreaking work. As a chartered engineer, it's important I also keep my knowledge up to date, and this week 2 new books to get through, one on track worker safety systems and one written by a previous PWI president on track geometry. On Thursday, I undertook live interviews as a part of Network Rail's Customer Services Live, an event that focused on what more we can all do in the industry to provide better customer service.
I guess I reflect, there is a perception that we need to do more. I recognise that, but one thing I would pick up is there are many things that happen day in, day out, that we do now. I mean, like you, Gary, I've worked these parts for a number of years. I think to myself, the sleeper train from Paddington to Penzance, when the tide's high and the winds are in the wrong direction, we get people that turn up and pilot that train down in the middle of the night to clear the line. We've got Stafford's Bridge, we've got Cowley Bridge, literally a mile up the line there. When we get the flood alerts from the rain, we get people, watchmen and watch people come out all of the time. And you know, I think we need to just reflect a little bit that we have got people that do go that extra mile, and they have done for a long time.
On Friday, it was off to Swindon to meet one of Network Rail's suppliers who've developed a prototype track worker safety system aimed at providing additionally protected line blockages quicker, safer and simpler.
I've had a busy week as the President of the Permanent Way Institution and the leader of the Network Rail Safety Task Force. It's Friday, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's been a good week. So just to recap then, starting the week at Central Rivers with Alstom, looking at the great work that they do to maintain Avanti and Cross Country's Voyager fleet, and really pleased to hear about what they're doing to develop apprentices, the next generation of railway engineers, and also what they're doing to proactively manage wheel sets ahead of autumn, the wheel sets on their trains. So well done to Alstom there. I spent some time with 2 of my graduates, so Jack and Christos. I've been their supervising engineer for for about 4 years now. They're about 4 weeks away now from sitting their Chartered Professional Review, so it's been a real pleasure to help them over the last few years, but also the final preparation now for their professional reviews, which are in November. I've done some CPD myself, some continuing professional development. Richard Spurs, one of our previous presidents, has co-written a book on maintaining track geometry, so I've bought the book and I've started reading the book, keep my engineering knowledge up to date. The PWI conference in Manchester was fantastic. It was great to understand more about the exciting projects that are underway and are planned in the future in the north. So thanks to the committee of the PWI in the Manchester and Liverpool section for putting on a great conference this week. Yesterday was Customer Services Live. It was a privilege to be able to interview some of our frontline maintenance workers and also to be on a stage with the leaders of Caledonian Sleeper and GB Rail Freight, and to understand what we all have to do to provide greater levels of customer services customer service in the railway industry. Today, it was great to meet up with our technology developers and see what they've done to create a signalling overlay system, a prototype, but a working prototype that provides quicker additional protection for line blockages. So this will unlock more safe access for our track workers, and certainly technology is the key to our future. And I end the week here in Swindon. Behind me is the gate to the training school, the apprentice training school that I walked through 2 weeks after I was 16 and I started my railway career. So behind me is the mill in Swindon. It was the British Rail Western Region Apprentice Training School, and for me that's where my 32-year journey on the railway started, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I've got to say, I've had 32 years of earning and learning, and I've been able to work with some fantastic people and on some fantastic projects. So I'm going to check out now. Thank everyone for listening to this update. I hope you find it interesting. It is a busy life in the being the president and the leader of the safety task force, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So I hope you all have a good weekend. All the best. Bye bye.